What up, Dokkanners? The Golden Week data download that dropped last night was for both Global and JP, so we're just going to be covering a little bit extra, some of the additional pieces of information that I didn't otherwise cover in the last video. I'm doing this mainly because there's not much else to talk about, just sort of like how it was this entire time in part 2. I gotta say, I've been very disappointed with Dokkan over the last couple of weeks, not just in terms of how they executed part 2 overall, but in terms of just how they're kind of managing some of the things that they normally do. Now, I don't know, I'm not gonna even pretend to know what goes on in terms of game development, in terms of social media campaign managing and all that stuff, but it just feels to me like there are things that they should be doing that they don't do anymore. April Fools. It's a very obvious joke when they give us some sort of a fake announcement, but it still adds some personality, some charm to the game when they do that thing. We all, mock it and make fun of it and whatnot, but it's still a fun thing when Dokkan outright just lies and comes up with some brand new game mode on April 1st, and then the following day they have this very sincerely guilty feeling announcement where they're just like, guys, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to mislead you. This whole announcement about Dokkan City was false. If you fell for it, I'm so sorry. Here's 3 Dragonstones. It's a whole spiel, but it's nice, it's fun, and it's tradition that they've stopped doing. And I'm not gonna jump to conclusions and say that they've stopped doing producers letters or stopped doing hints, but the fact that they're not doing either of those things so far feels wrong. Now, I'm recording and posting this video on the 25th morning, so things could change as early as like half a day from now, which is funny because that's what happened with the whole like Golden Week leak thing. But it just feels like they're kind of slipping a little bit. And so I'm a little disappointed when it comes to that. I know that there's a lot of conversation right now surrounding the new characters. Here's my take on it. I'm very easily impressed, and I've also learned my lesson to not judge before I actually get to use them. This is why I am more obliviously optimistic when it comes to characters. First of all, I like this arc. I like the category. I like the characters. To me, I'm very basic in that those are the things that matter first. As far as the intricacies of how they work, I only really judge once I get to use the characters. As of now, this character is exciting to me. And a lot of people are saying that this guy sucks. I don't care. Because for me, it's about whether I have fun with the character. Just like when, I talk about certain characters, I'm always saying it's my opinion. If you feel differently, you feel differently. So that is why I am generally like this when it comes to approaching new units. And it comes from the fact that I learned my lesson. I judged a unit too quickly. Tiger Uppercut Media yelled at me on the phone, and a lot of you guys roasted me in the comments. This was like 5 years ago. I have learned my lesson since then. I am a changed man. So that is why I approach these things from a sense of optimism. I will continue to do so. If the unit is weird, I will say that. I say that in my showcases all the time. This unit feels wrong. This part of the passive feels bad. I always provide my honest opinions, but I do like to approach things like this. So just keep that in mind. But let's first touch on some of the things that I mentioned in the last video, or I failed to mention in the last video. So the first one is the Daima item. There's a new item that's coming up. This is from the new Daima stage. So this is going to be the Revive Bug, which gives you 700,000 HP and Ki +2 for 1 turn. Oh, oops. For 1 turn, not 2 turns. I wrote 2 turns in my little tweet. 1 turn. But yeah, so that's the new item. I know people are like, give us a join bug. I mean, they could give us a join bug, but we don't have a new character. If you saw Daima, there is no fusion because stupid. So yeah, there's no point in giving us a join bug. There's no point in that at all. Also, one of the missions in the Infinite Dragon Ball history, it said strong combat on the JP side in terms of Google Translate. I guessed it was all out struggle. That is in fact correct. It is all out struggle and accelerated battle. Those are the 2 categories for Infinite Dragon Ball history. So that covers some of the things that I didn't mention in the last video. Now let's go over the entire data download spread here. We've got some cool global items like the tickets, and we've also got some trade jewels. So let's just go through all the assets here. We got a promo movie. Big shout out to Proton for all things data download information. Follow me on Twitter at Proton10mg. Okay, thank you. Once again, banner is dropping in 2 days. So April 27th, 9 p.m. PDT, 4 hours after Global's daily reset, 11 hours after JP's daily reset. And yeah, I know some people are not going to be summoning, which, hey, if you don't want to summon, you can watch the showcases, see how other people are using the character. You could use the character as a friend unit There are other ways to enjoy these characters without necessarily having to summon, especially considering some of the characters featured on the banners are ones that already showed up earlier this year, aka March, when we had the Daima celebration. So this may not be the most lucrative celebration in terms of top grossing, which is fine, but you know, you don't necessarily have to summon to enjoy these characters. I will be, because I love these characters. But let's continue here. So we've got the new stage. Oh yeah, so we had in-game announcements. This was when the data download dropped for global. We got the in-game announcements over here. So we've got the new stage for Split Time Assassin, whatever. And then we've got the, hold on a minute. Isn't this just a repeat graphic from like years ago? Whatever. Okay. In-game announcement, sure. Then we got, yeah, so new stages for both. We get Infinite Dragon Ball History, Daima Stage 10, Seriously Serious. We're going to take a look at the boss data for this. So if you don't want to be spoiled for that, you have been warned. We will be looking at who the boss is and what they do. Battlefield 88. Okay. We got trade jewels, tickets, support items, banner assets, new idol animations.
Okay.
So let's go through. We've got the new art for Blue Kaioken. In my opinion, they look pretty cute. Main reason why they look cool, no diamond background. That's all I care about. No diamond background. This looks the coolest though. This looks pretty sick. Okay. We've got Hit with this classic grayed out gradient looking things. So usually when it comes to these sticker effects, these look pretty good. Actually, we could probably see it right now, can't we? If I go here, sticker.
Oh yes.
Okay, that looks cool. How does this look? Oh yeah, it looks pretty good.
Okay.
Then we got Piccolo. We got Megatron. We got Improvement. Sure. This is the map for the Ultimate Secret. Split Time Assassin. Rapid Growth, Infinite Dragon Ball History. Oh, that's who we're fighting. Okay. Daima, dude. Okay. So I know that some people are pretty bummed out. I am too. When it comes to the fact that we are not getting Dragon Ball Daima for Golden Week. This just means they are definitely building up towards Worldwide. Worldwide. By the time we get to Worldwide, this whole story event is going to be done, and we are going to have all of the assets in game for Goma's domain, for the background assets for Vegeta, for Goku. I think Worldwide is going to be pure Daima. Part 1, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta versus Tamagami 2. Part 2, Super Saiyan 4 Goku versus, you know, Mega Goma or whatever we're calling it. Something like that. That's what it feels like. I don't know. Just guessing.
But we'll see.
Because yeah, this is like right before the final stage. Okay, Seriously Serious. Okay, so it's going to be starting out where you can either just fight the boss directly, or you can stop by these checkpoints and take some extra damage if you so choose. Okay. Super Easy A, Universe 6 is the category weakness for Blue Kaioken.
Money.
Battlefield, we actually have the boss data for the Battlefield characters here, because this is a new set. So here they are. So Goten, Gohan oh, this is random as hell. Okay. Gohan, Piccolo, Trunks, and Bardock. Forgive me if there's any bad words on screen. I'm trying not to show anyone's comments. Battlefield bosses, we got Frieza, we got me, we got Saunel Perina, we got Devilman,
Okay.
and then we got Yamcha and Grand Supreme Kai. Is that the final boss? Okay, this might be the final boss. Wait, hold on. Yeah, this is the final boss. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder how irritating he's gonna be. Is he gonna be as bad as Metacooler? Okay. Let's take a look at something else here. There should be more to show back here. Yes. Okay, so the blue stones. The last time we had blue stones, I believe, was before the 10-year anniversary. I could be wrong here. I was scrolling through. I was trying to find it. Back in December of 2024, this was our blue stone selection. And if it's not this one, there was something more recent. It should still be around the same. So a very, very varied selection of characters. And since then, we have had some EZAs. We had the Cell EZA. And whoops, that's it. That's the only thing that's changed. Yeah. So I'm assuming this will essentially be the same lineup. They might alter some TURs here and there, but I don't imagine this is going to change. Maybe this maybe they phase out maybe the year 3s or maybe Go Bros. I don't know. This would essentially be the gist. I would still probably look more on the LRs than the TURs, but we'll see. These are paid. This is not something that you get for free. So I will do a video on this, but I'm telling you right now, don't spend these stones right away. If you get them, cool. If you're eyeing a certain character, cool. If I were you, I would advise that you do not spend these stones right away. I will probably do a video at the start of the celebration. I'll probably mention this during the campaign review video. Then I will also probably make a separate video telling you guys not to spend these right away. And then I will do a follow-up video at the end of the celebration when we are close to the deadline on which characters I feel you should choose. So here is your first of many warnings. This is something that I think is important that people start to do, just because you never know what sort of surprises they have in store. So that is the blue stone. There should be a red stone coming up as well, right? Yes, red stone we got during the 10th anniversary. This was also great because this was free and it gave us access to all of these characters. You got a free Super EZA. You got a free anniversary LR. I mean, this is absurd. This wasn't even the end of it. This was just like the main ones they were showcasing here, but there were more to choose from in the selection. So this, even more so than the blue stone, you should definitely hold on to, because these give you access to the old school set of characters that typically don't show up on banners anymore. And when they do, it's very few and far between. So you generally want to be saving these for characters that are either confirmed to be getting Super EZAs very soon, or could be on the horizon at some point in the future. You want to retain as much value as you can. So little PSA for this one as well. Stay tuned. Don't spend these right away. And then we've got these special tickets. So this is not the first time that we've had these. So big shout out to Proton because he looked it up for me. We've had these 30 special summon tickets in the past for Golden Week. We've had it 2 other times, and these are for their own special banners. So going back to last year, the Majin Buu Saga Golden Week, it wasn't for these 2 banners. It was for a different one. It was for this one, I think. But it was for a special banner with a bunch of like banner units and then just random general pool characters, which is more than fair. We're getting free tickets already for the new banners. So this extra one is going to be for a different summon. And then the year before that, same deal. We had an entirely different banner with a bunch of banner units. Banner units have been getting better, so this isn't a bad thing. You're getting it for free. So that's cool. Then we've got this. So the special, this is very generic looking. Special tickets. So this comes from the missions. So if you do an extra difficulty mission for the seriously serious event, you will get all 14 tickets in one go. That's what this is. So I was a little confused in the JP data download side. They are giving us not only the new event, serious, but they're also giving us extra difficulty missions for it. When it comes to these extra difficulty missions, remember, you're missing out on 3 stones tops. At most, you're getting 3 stones, and you're getting a couple of these like link skill orbs, but they're mediums. They're not the rainbow ones. But here, this one is very easy because this is simply just to beat the event. There's no extra conditions. They want to make sure that everybody can do this. And given the fact that it's 14 rainbow tickets that will allow you to summon on either of the Dokkan Festival banners, I'm unfortunately now of the mindset that this is probably not going to be too challenging, because it would be absolutely horrible if they would tease free summons on the Dokkan Festival banners and then a lot of new players or rookie players are simply not able to get these tickets. I feel like that would create a lot of outrage. So I feel like this is actually not going to be that difficult of an event. Your spoiler warning now. We are going to be taking a look at the boss data for the seriously serious event. 3, 2, 1. Here's the event. We don't have the art yet, but we're going to take a look at the character. It is Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. Okay. And it's just one fight. Just one dude, really? Okay, so we don't have all the information right now because we have to wait until the event comes out. But we know that the super attack causes colossal damage. Can't be sealed, can't be stunned, can't have his defense reduced, but his attack can be reduced. Attack minus 1% with each attack received, no more than 15%. Is that for him or is that for us? I think that's for him. Defense minus 1% with each attack received, no more than 15%. Okay, so he can be nerfed slightly. Although this confuses me. If his defense can't be reduced, then why is his defense dropping? This might be for us. I'm not sure. May evade, so 10% dodge chance. So he's got to hit incredibly hard because it's a singular boss. He does have 65% damage reduction. Thankfully, he doesn't have his dodge disabling because that would be a shame. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see just how hard he hits and how difficult he's gonna be. I'm a little worried about just it being one fight, mainly because the new characters, especially the hit seems like he's more designed for long form fights. So is that going to work on that particular fight? We do have type advantage because he is tech and we're int. And then for the Kaioken Goku, I know that some of the criticism comes from the fact that a lot of his abilities happen when he's around like the middle of the pack in terms of health. I know that people are very upset by this. I never really cared. Maybe it's because I just don't use the character too much. But this whole... Wait, why is my music not playing? There we go. Sacrificing 5% health each time you attack, to me, doesn't matter. Because I always think, like, I'm just going to get the health back the next turn. And that's kind of why they put these, like, conditions around here. I do admit it's annoying. It is annoying. I'm just not really one to take exception to it because, first of all, I haven't used it. But secondly, if that's the gimmick, that's just the gimmick. Like, what am I going to do? That's just how they've chosen to design the characters. It's the same philosophy behind making Megatron stunned because you attacked him and he's stunned for 3 turns. That makes him a slot 3 unit. So if he's a slot 3 unit and he gets hit with a super attack, he's going to be out until he comes back. So that's one way to circumvent his problem. And Piccolo is sealed for 4 turns. So he's kind of limiting himself. He's kind of putting the stops on his own abilities. But after 4 turns of pure dodging, if you're able to dodge everything, which is, I mean, to me, it's so weird to see somebody be like this, but it's also interesting. Like, I'm just being honest. It's interesting to me to see a character that can't really attack properly until 4 turns have passed. But in the meantime, you've got 70% damage reduction and a 70% chance to dodge. To me, that seems interesting enough to try him out. But if you don't want to use him, you throw him on the first turn, bench him for 3 turns, and then, well, no, he'd be back on the 4th turn, so you'd still be out of luck. Maybe you keep him on a couple rotations, then you bench him or something like that. There's ways to circumvent these weird little quirks. I forgot the point of this. Yeah, I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, we'll have to wait and see what this event is like. Is it good? Is it bad? We'll see. Other missions, I don't think that there's any other. Oh, we have Golden Weekend stuff, Super Weekend, so that's more stones for us. It looks like the global side now has this in the database. Did we always have this? I mean, we always do get these Dragonstone ores things, but we never see these like in the database when they're presenting everything. So no, I don't think there's anything else here. Is there any other piece of news that I need to cover? Let's scroll down here. Oh yeah, so Global's getting the Dokkan Festival tickets, A and B. So if you are someone who is on the fence about summoning too much, but you are going to be summoning a little bit, this might be your ticket. This might be your way to actually do some summons without spending your stones, which is a good thing. Then here is the... Yeah, I got to go change my tweet. I goofed this up. All allies keep +2 for 1 turn, not 2 turns. My bad. And then here are the banner assets. Again, we could be looking at a KFC EZA. If you're not interested in the new characters, it is completely fine. You just want to pick up the diamond characters, you will have your next opportunity to pick them up with coins. New idle animations. Oh, you know what? We never got to see the Goku. So we've seen Beast Gohan. Let's take a look at Blue Kaioken. Dude, that looks awesome. Okay. That looks sick. And then, what is this one? Is this like the standby version? Oh, it's the same thing. Oh, no. This is the regular one. This is the standby one. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. New scripted event assets, Blue Kaioken. Okay. We got scripted event assets for Hit. We got Kadem. Gendarmerie Force? Machine. Oh, it's just 2 of them. Oh, this... Dude, we're going to fight the Gendarmerie Force. That's cool. This is the hole in the sky between Demon Worlds 2 and 1, right? Kind of looks like the Death Star. But I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Dude, we're getting so close to Goma. It's crazy. We're getting so close. All right. So there you go. That is everything else in the data download. Once again, the banner will be dropping in a couple of days. Until then, things are still dead. So enjoy, go play something else. Expedition 33 just came out. I kind of want to play that. I might live stream some Rivals later on today. So make sure you guys check out the second channel if you guys are interested in that. I might, you know what? Today just might be all about Rivals and Expedition 33. Not going to lie. I think I'm just going to have some fun and not play Dokkan today. I'll just link level on the side and play other games. And then things will be picking back up Sunday night for me. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously like down below in the comments your thoughts on everything that is coming up and this big gap between a data download and actual release. Do you think that Dokkan will still drop some sort of a producer's letter or anything at this point, or do you think that they're just not going to do it and this is just going to be another run-of-the-mill celebration in terms of build-up? Because that would be disappointing. Shame on you, Dokkan. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you do know you want to see more of myself do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.